Welcome to today's story. This is one of the most well-known stories in the Bible, the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And instead of complicated language or confusing symbolism, we're going to walk through it in simple, everyday English so anyone can follow and connect with it. So sit back and let's step into the beginning of humanity's journey. In the very beginning, God created the world, light, sky, oceans, land, plants, stars, and animals. But something was still missing. So God formed the first human being, Adam, from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. God placed Adam in a beautiful place called the Garden of Eden. This wasn't just any garden, it was paradise. The air was fresh, the rivers were clear, the trees were full of fruit, and everything Adam needed was already provided. Adam didn't have to worry about food, danger, or sickness. He lived in perfect peace and purpose, taking care of the garden. But even in paradise, God noticed something important. Adam was alone. So God created the first woman, Eve, to be his companion, someone to walk with him, talk with him, and share life. Together, Adam and Eve lived with complete freedom. They could eat from any tree they wanted, except one. In the middle of the garden was a special tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave them one rule: don't eat from that tree. If they did, they would surely die. One rule, a simple boundary, not to limit them, but to protect them. True freedom always comes with responsibility. But someone else was in the garden too, the serpent, clever, deceptive, and determined. He approached Eve and asked, "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve explained that they could eat from all the trees, except one. If they touched or ate from it, they would die. The serpent lied. "You won't die," he said. "God just knows that if you eat it, your eyes will be opened. You will be like him, knowing good and evil." Suddenly, the fruit looked desirable, like it held something she was missing. Eve took the fruit, examined it, and then she ate it. She handed some to Adam, and he ate it too. Immediately, something changed. Their innocence vanished. Their eyes were opened, not to wisdom, but to shame. They realized they were naked, and for the first time in their lives, they felt afraid and exposed. They tried to cover themselves with leaves and hid among the trees. Later that day, God walked through the garden and called, "Adam, where are you?" God already knew, but he invited them to step forward. Adam replied, "I heard you coming, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Instead of accepting responsibility, Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent. But God saw everything, and he addressed each one. To the serpent, God declared he would be cursed, and that one day a child of Eve would crush his head. To Eve, God said childbirth would now be painful. To Adam, God said the ground would be difficult to work, and life would involve struggle and sweat. And because sin had entered the world, Adam and Eve could no longer remain in the garden. They were sent out to begin a life in the real world, one filled with challenge, labor, and consequences. But even in their failure, God showed kindness. Before they left, he made clothes for them from animal skins, something more durable than the leaf they tried to use. Even in judgment, God still cared. The story of Adam and Eve isn't just about a piece of fruit. It's a story about choice, trust, freedom, and consequences. It teaches us that every choice we make shapes our future. Temptation often looks attractive but brings regret. Disobedience breaks trust, whether with God, with others, or even within ourselves. And even when we fall short, God still provides grace, hope, and a way to begin again. Thank you for joining this journey through the Garden of Eden. If you like more Bible stories told in simple, powerful, and engaging language, subscribe and let me know in the comment section. I'd be happy to create the next one.